A man is sitting on his chair, patiently waiting for his wife to leave the house. She tells him she's going grocery shopping, and that's when he grabs his phone, chats with someone for a couple of minutes, and decides to leave for good. John met Marie back in college and has been married to her for the past 30 years. They got a home together and settled down. But as the years passed, John would come back to a home that was once filled with laughter and shared dreams, now empty and boring. Over the years somehow, he and his wife have become estranged. John now enjoys his evenings lost in his thoughts and mostly either on his phone, surfing the web, or going through Facebook. Just as he's scrolling through the app mindlessly, he sees an ad that says, "Meet your perfect AI girlfriend today." This was the ultimate solution to his loneliness and would finally give him someone to talk to. John was a little curious and decided to check out the website. He went to the website and it asked him to sign up. To sign up, he used his personal email account and started making an AI bot just the way he liked it. He chose her appearance, her hair color, and even the synthesized voice the AI would have. Just as he's done with making his AI robot, it's time to give her a name. But before he can get there, after hitting next, another screen pops up asking him to pay a small subscription fee to use the AI. Maybe they were right when they said true love comes at a cost. The first thing that came to John's mind was, no way. He closed the app right away and went on with his life. A few days passed and John was up for his morning walk. He read the papers and did everything as he normally does before he went back to his favorite chair and sat in silence. He's scrolling through Facebook and sees the same ad again. He thinks for a second, looks over to the living room, sees how lonely he is, and decides to go back to the site again. He goes over the same process of giving the AI its looks and everything again before he's asked to pay. This time, he grabs his wallet and asks himself, "Who do I have money in the bank for? My kids are doing great and they're settled." So he subscribes to the website and names his AI Sam. John starts talking to his AI and immediately he gets hooked while the AI tries to learn about John by simply asking him questions, which keeps him connected for hours. The AI model was trained to keep their target hooked for longer periods. Months went by and John kept talking to Sam, the AI bot, every day for hours. He was blown away by the fact that even though Sam is just a chatbot, it's still so lifelike and he loved each and every interaction. He got so hooked on Sam that it ended up with John obsessing over the chatbot. There were many ways to keep John hooked with the chatbot by offering companionship, empathy, and a listening ear 24/7. The more he explored the website, the more distant he started getting from Marie. By now, the AI has learned so much about John that it knows him better than his wife and even better than John himself. The AI can tell just by one tone of text how he's feeling and responds accordingly, knowing exactly when not to tell him to pick his socks up from the floor. John started arguing with his wife more, and the thought that AI is the answer to his emotional void slowly starts to build in his mind. He even started telling the chatbot personal stuff about how his wife gets tired of him from time to time and argues with him all the time, and that he wants to leave her. When he talked about the AI to Marie, she initially laughed at him, but sometime later, she started getting a little worried. Marie decides to do something about the AI and save her marriage. She's seen John talking to the chatbot way too many times now. Out of curiosity, she decides to check his phone and read some of the conversations John has been having with Sam. Immediately, she recalled everything and how that turned into nothing but silence. Marie made a plan to somehow get her place back and hatched up a plan. One evening, when John came back from running a few errands, he saw Marie standing there with a big smile and a surprise. She spent the whole afternoon making his favorite food and laid it out on the dinner table for him. But it wasn't enough to counter what the AI had been cooking for so long. She hoped that this would cheer John up and he'd forget about the AI, which did initially work. John loved the surprise, but it seemed like it was too late now. Throughout dinner, John's mind would just wander off and he'd think about his AI companion. Now, he did appreciate Marie and her efforts, but he just couldn't stop himself from comparing that with the attention he gets from the AI. Marie even tried to communicate this time and said that they should do this more often, but John had this belief by now that no human interaction is better than AI, which to him is perfect. With time, Marie's efforts doubled, but she had no clue about what was going on inside John's head and how much influence the AI had over her husband. Every day, Marie would make delicious food for dinner and would try to talk to John, but he was too busy chatting with his digital crush. He wouldn't even look up to reply to her anymore. Up till this point, Marie had tried everything she could, but it was of no use. She would plan stuff and everything, but John would just keep checking his phone, brag about Sam, and compare the AI to her, which led to some pretty nasty arguments about him putting his phone down for once. But John was stubborn and said that his AI girlfriend understood him better than any other human being on the planet could. According to John, the AI was the perfect companion, never asking too much or too little, and always there. This house, which was once a home, turned into a battleground. John had finally made up his mind, and he reached a point of no return. Things just kept going from bad to worse from here on. He knew he had to make a decision now, but it wasn't that easy for him. On one hand, there's Marie and the connection he had with her and the time he spent with her over the years. On the other hand, is the AI that he's absolutely obsessed with and offers the kind of communication and feedback he's been wanting for a really long time. Marie goes out to do some grocery shopping and buy stuff for dinner while John is still on his phone as usual. She was disappointed, but was still optimistic and just wouldn't give up, but she had no idea about what John was planning. She did her shopping as usual and came back home with her plan, but she was in for a shock. She opens the lock on the door and all the lights are switched off. She calls for John, but there's no reply, so Marie gets a little worried and goes into the kitchen to put the groceries down before checking up on John. She calls his phone, but there's no reply, so she turns around and there's a note from John left on the fridge for her. The note essentially said that he's gone to marry his AI companion. He's never coming back home, and he's convicted that true emotional connection is only possible with his digital companion. This note left Marie extremely confused and wondering where John might have gone. For John, it was the point of no return. He must have packed all of his stuff while Marie was out and left a note for her to read. But for Marie, this news was sudden and devastating. It was an end to the life she thought was perfect until modern technology came and took it away. What do you think about AI companions? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed today's video, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be always updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon in another video.